Oh, well, hello. It is Tisk Day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. Okay, so it's just before 5 o'clock after the meridian, and there was two particular things that I wanted to talk about. Well, basically, it's two different scenarios, but same question. Where is the help? So you have Americans on the ground in America asking, where's the help? Then you have Jamaicans on an island asking, where is the help after a hurricane? And a part of me want to say, I have two, it's a two answer question. Well, the help is look around at all the other hurricane victims anywhere. And then the second answer is, you are the help. I'm thinking with people who have been compromised and colonized so bad, we forgot that we are the help. We are the solution. We are the key. But like I say, it done got sucked dry to where now we just don't know who, what, where. I don't even know who I am anymore. Like literally, I am the creator, literally. But if I've been colonized so bad to the point where someone else is wearing my robe to where I don't even know how to make a ham sandwich anymore. And all I need is a piece of bread. I'm thinking that's where we're at right now. You got literally people in America crying, where are the jobs? What are we going to do? You are the job. If everybody who's crying over a job right now jumps up and leaves the workplace, the environment changes. The vibe is shifted. But again, we've been so compromised, so beaten blue to where we don't even know what to do. We think, mind you, you just beat the shit out of me. And I'm asking you, where's the help? It's just like, that's where we're at right now. Beaten to a bloody pulp to the point where that's all we know now. The Stockholm is almost here to stay. Because again, if you ask people to jump up and walk away from what that is that they're crying over, they're not going to do it. Right now, you guys are acting like Lot's wife. Mind you, the people in America literally sees all of the jobs are in flames. Basically, it's a huge, 50 feet flames. All of the jobs are in flames. And then the people on the ground are still asking, where we don't have work, we can't, where's the work? And guess what what kind of work they're looking for? They're looking for the 9 to 5 work, looking to work for someone else instead of working for you. You see what I'm saying? If I get fired from Amazon, guess what? I'm going to get into my side gigs. That means, hey, I make clothes, I make food, I make water, clothes, shelf. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's good at something other than just clocking in. I'm thinking that's all we know because we literally grew up. Hey, wake up, get to work, shut up, go to church, shut up, go to work, shut up. That's all we know. So I understand as far as being programmed, oh, if you're not working, you're not human. And that's not necessarily the case, because if it's not there, then what? That means you must find the alternative. Otherwise, all that complaining and stuff is just hot noise. But the people of Jamaica, it's like, how long they've been compromised to even think or dream that some help is coming for them? It's like, have you not seen any of the other hurricanes? Once that hurricane comes and tear up the place, that's what it's supposed to do, tear up the place. There have never been any immediate treatment or immediate care after a tragedy. It didn't happen with Hawaii. It didn't happen with the New Orleans. It didn't happen with the North Carolina flood. And it damn sure ain't gonna happen with Jamaica. And literally video, where is the help? It's like, you're in a predicament because the help was not there. It's like one of those things, first of all, if we just sit back and ask ourselves, because this is how you know that we've been under a spell. When was the last time you were helped with any damn thing? Food, clothes, water, shelter, a high five, a compliment, just out the kindness of my heart, or here, this is for you, just a random gift. When was the last time that happened for you? Let alone happening from a government, a beast, or some type of agency. And again, here's another thing too. Be careful what you ask for, because while I'm saying, oh my God, I need help, you might want to watch out what kind of help that you're talking about, because somebody might come through with help, but they're going to need something from you. Perhaps your robe or something, whatever it is. All help isn't genuine. So again, if it's not there, take that as a hint and a reminder that, you know what, I am the help. That's why they're trying to keep you crippled. You're already crippled because you forgot that you are the help. You're looking to someone else to do for you what you already did for them. That's why you got milk dry in the first place. But again, we don't see things logically We see things as selfishly. And like I say, this is why I say you don't ever want to be in a pickle, because you can't think. And I won't be able to know where my marbles are because I'm in a pickle. I'm panicking. Versus taking it easy, and then I can say, okay, I have time to collect my marbles because I'm calm. But during a tragedy, you don't have time to collect your marbles. You just run out and then say, where's the help? I'm thinking we can steer away from thinking or expecting anybody or anything to help us. I believe the world will be a better place. If everybody's all in a predicament, that means everyone needs to rise up and do the opposite. But we won't do that. That's one thing that we will not do. They were dead serious when they said people will not come together because you're not programmed like that. The most easiest things that humans are to do, or quote unquote humans, the most easiest things that quote unquote humans are to do, they will not do. Dare not, will not. And again, I don't know if you can blame this on brainwash, conditioning, sorcery, whatever it is. But literally, again, just like referencing the job, if everyone gets up, leaves the job, then guess what? Then the actual employer has to change the vibes in order to cater to the people now, because the only reason why the employers can say, oh, go to hell, get fired, or do this, or I'm just going to shut down, is because they know that your ass is going to be back. All if not most of those Amazon workers, if they're like a huge Amazon consumer or customer, once they got fired, Amazon was all confident enough to say, okay, I can get rid of 1 million people and I still know your ass is going to be back. You might not come back to work, but your ass is going to be on that website or in those Amazon stores shopping your ass off. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's the problem. Again, if you're abusing me and I know that I'm not going anywhere, not only am I going to keep getting my ass whooped, the next step is to take me out. Because there's only so many black eyes I can be walking around with and accepting gracefully. So I'm thinking that's why now, with the people at the top, they feel like the people at the bottom are disposable because we have been flocked. We have been flocked. When you've been flocked, when you take, hey, okay, all the shepherd and the herd, go here, go there, go to hell, go this, and guess what? We're gonna do it. Well, y'all are gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Y'all are gonna do it. They tell everybody to line up right now into a long line to receive one apple. There's gonna be a few people are gonna be in that line. So that's why everything seems to be falling into place, because again, when you get brought down a notch, you tend to be a little bit more cooperative than what you were when you feel like you don't need them. And that's why I say that's the key word, not needing them. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but this is for safety and survival purposes. Do you really want to depend on somebody that's bringing you down to the ground? Literally, only thing that's missing now is a toe tag. And yet we still need them to help. Oh, can you help bury me? Can you help? Can you help? Still asking them, can you help? You asking your murderer, can you help me? If that's not Stockholm, I don't know what is. So like I said, we need to wake up and smell the roses, snap out of that spell that you are under, and understand where you at, who, what, where, when, and why. And they stop asking the $1 million questions. Where's the help? You are the help. Millions of billions of people. Y'all can help yourselves by rising up and doing something about it. Because at the end of the day, y'all are the solution. And they can say, oh, well, they came in and took all the supplies. Okay, again, coming together is a lot more effective than just everybody running around. Where is the help? Now, mind you, there's no food, clothes, water, shelter, nothing there. And they say right now you can even smell the dead bodies. If you're left in a pit, it's just amazing how once you're left in the pit, you're looking around like, well, aren't you going to help me? Like, if I push you down the stairs, that's not to help you. And that's what I'm saying. That's only Stockholm. When I feel like you abusing me, you mistreating me and misusing me, I feel like that's you. We're communicating. You see what I'm saying? You must like me. That's what Stockholm Syndrome would do to you. You're allowing your captors to become your savior, and then now I need you for food, clothes, water, and shelter. Because obviously you done milk me dry to where I done forgot that I was even the damn creator of this predicament. Again, you're in my house wearing my robe, and I'm asking you what's for dinner, or can I have the rest, or can I have that chicken bone? It's just I'm thinking once we understand that part of it, look at it, that logic, and I'm thinking we would snap out of this spell, because clearly we are under some type of wicked spell that has us asking our demise or our oppressors, where is the help? Especially Americans. Now, this is how you know Americans are some sick people. And I'm not saying this to talk trash, because I am an American. And I used to be sick in the head as far as being brainwashed and compromised. But we have that really bad too. I would say we are probably one of the sickest people in the world, because everybody has been lied to. You got... everybody's been lied to. So we trot around like everything's sweet, or trot around like we are entitled, or the world owes us something, or the world's going to stop spinning if something happened to us. And it doesn't work like that. Here in America, other people get prioritized over the American people. I've been paying taxes my whole life. I've been this and that. I've been working hard. And guess what? Another entity or another country will be elevated before you, because you're not really important. Again, you're here. Americans, I don't want to just blame this on quote unquote black Americans, but Americans are to work, shut the F up, and have dinner ready by 5. That's basically how that's supposed to be. Here in America, you are brought up and taught how to be a slave. Now, you might get paid a few dollars, but you're still a slave, because again, once you stop working, or once you stop doing what you're supposed to do, then there's penalty that come in. Now you're a nobody. Now you don't have this and that. And then now you're asking, where's the help? You see what I'm saying? Only when I have you by the groins is when I'll help you. But if I don't have you by the groins, you see how that works? That's why it's like I don't want to be in a predicament where I need you to keep me alive. So that's why I'm thinking, where are these healthy alternatives? Because again, if we can have the gumption and the nerve to cry, complain, and then have the nerve to go upside our own neighbor's head when it's time for our help. Well, I need help and I need food so bad that I'm going to kill you for yours. And so I'm willing to attack you without cause, but we're not willing to come together to literally build Jacob's ladder. You do know 1,000 hands coming together can build whatever needs to be built. Haven't you seen that? The scenario where it's like you got people all over the world holding hands, and the hands go all the way around the world. Haven't you heard of that? That's actually powerful, just simply doing that. I'm going to hold your hand from here to Mexico. That's actually very powerful. But again, people in unity, that doesn't belong in the same sentence. It really doesn't. Because again, you don't even know who, what, where, when, and why that is next to you, let alone who you're in bed with. And I'm thinking that's the problem. The unity part for me flies out the window, because like I say again, half of these people aren't even human. And at the end of the day, most people on the ground have been compromised to the point where, again, you don't know who, what, where, when, and why when it comes to these people. You don't know their motives. You don't know what they've been through. Especially, I don't want to gang up on Americans, but especially Americans. We've been living under a delusion this whole time, to the point where when we go to other countries, we feel like I'm the shit, and then want to cry and be surprised when we end up in prison because we tell somebody to kiss our boot, because we feel like we're something here in America. We done been lied to, along with everybody else been lied to about America, and they're informed and we're not, to the point where we feel like we can do whatever the F we want to do. We can go to different countries, act a fool, don't have to respect their rules, and then have the nerve to cry when it's time to get slapped on that guillotine or get slapped in prison. We forget where we're at. When we do leave this country, you need to know, hey, you're in a different country. They do things differently. They don't talk loud here. They don't wear their skin out here. They don't do that gay shit here. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand where we're at, because we've been dangerously compromised here in America. So again, if I've been compromised and I know that you're trying to kill me, I dare not ask you, where is the help? I am the help. That means I need to get well. I need to snap out of that spell, first of all, and understand where I'm at. Oh, you know what? I am in a spell. I'm in a twilight zone. And then we need to build from there, from where you are. Start from where you're at. And that starts by snapping out of that trance that you're under. You're under a damn spell. And that delusion that's telling you everything's fine. And if you need something, you got to go to the death of you. You got to go to your oppressor for help. That was my last straw. When I seen those Jamaicans, where are the help? You are the help. Because again, and this, if you don't believe me that you're the help, you sit there for about another week or two, and then you'll see who becomes the help then. Now, it's either you going to be the help, or the maggots are going to help you clean this mess up. That's literally how that's going to work. Like, you literally reaching out for help, and it's like, first of all, if the help was going to be there, it would have been there right after. Again, if there's a fire, and the fire has been in flame, 20 feet flames, and this is day 2, it sounds like you're right where they want them. Because if the help's not there, that means this place is obviously supposed to get destroyed. Even here, there's no help with the tragedies here because you're right in the pit, right where they want you. And that's what you need to understand. Don't go looking for the beast for help. The beast is doing their job to destroy you, and you're going to finish it by destroying yourself and destroying others. Instead of saying, hey, we're in a trap, we build Jacob's ladders, we can climb ourselves out of this pit. But that makes way too much effing sense to the point where it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I will destroy you, though. I'll go upside your head. I'll rob you, though. Now, that's one thing that you don't have to threaten me with a good time to do that. I'm going to do that anyway. Because on a regular day, I would be robbing, killing, stealing, and destroying, okay? Let alone, oh, you just gave me a reason to rob my neighbor? Oh, well, say less. You see what I'm saying? But give me a reason to build Jacob's ladder, to dig ourselves out of this pit? No. I'd rather ask, where's the help? So, I would say you are the help. It's within you. So for people, and again, I know it's a lot easier said than done. All I know is working, or all I know is whatever I've been raised and conditioned to do. But again, when it comes crashing down, you see the place in flames. You need to find that healthy alternative. And again, I would hate for you to have to do it in a pickle, because you can't really think when you're doing something in chaos or in a panic. But I would highly recommend finding the alternative. And if you see the place is on fire, find that healthy alternative. And please don't ask, where is the help? The help obviously isn't there. If I have to ask you, are you going to put out this fire, or you don't see that? No, they see it. They're just looking to make sure that you're being destroyed in the process. Clearly they have use for Jamaica. They have use for Jamaica, especially now if that hurricane hit in a particular spot, or if it tore up all of Jamaica, that's one thing. So I don't know if they're just going to try to wipe out Jamaica, because there's some wealthy people in Jamaica. Like I said, you have those Asians in Jamaica. So that means I can't imagine them allowing them and all of that money to go to waste. So it's kind of like maybe they'll clear out the people who they don't want there, which are the Jamaicans. And then perhaps they'll rebuild then once they, clear the place out. Just like how they did Hawaii. Everything is destroyed except Oprah's house. So it's one of those things where you have to wake up and smell the roses. Again, if millions and billions of people are in trouble and y'all sitting back watching, then that means that's where they want you, in that predicament. So that should be the time where people come together. Instead of automatically attacking each other, you should automatically come together and understand what the situation is, and then build and gain, and then reach out from there. Because again, a million voices are better than one. A million hands are better than one. But at a time such as this, that makes way too much sense. Again, just simply, let us all hold hands and wrap it around the country, city, town, or the world. That will never happen. Because you don't know who, what, where, when, or why this person is that you don't know. And hell, they don't know who, what, where, when, and why you are. So, like I said, as long as we're compromised, and as long as we forgot that we are the help, solution, and the creator, then the more and more we're going to end up in a predicament. But I'm thinking right now, the only thing that we're missing is reality. Snapping out of that spell, and then understanding and remembering what time it is. Because again, now mind you, I grew up with Stockholm too, to the point where I literally forgot my position in the world. Because like again, when you live on survival mode, or you have to blank out the tragedy and blank out the war that you've been living your whole life, you do tend to forget where you are, because it's like, okay, I had to create my own reality. Yes, I'm on the battlefield, but I'm off in the corner somewhere, and I'm just gonna pretend like everything's great, or pretend like everything's sweet. And it doesn't work like that. Really, you're still in danger. You're just lying to yourself for your nervous system's sake. To the point where they do say, oh, where are the rulers? And mind you, I forgot I was the ruler. You had had my damn robe on for centuries. I forgot. I've been in a basement somewhere trying to figure out, talking to a basketball, probably, done went crazy. And then, again, E.T. comes, and where is your ruler? And again, I'm not saying, I'm looking around like, where is the, hello? Don't realize that I am the damn ruler. Because I've been living in Stockholm, basically been getting had here on Earth and done forgot. Because I've been compromised and colonized. And I'm thinking, once we understand that, oh, you've been wearing my robe this whole time. I'm thinking, then that's when the show begins. That's probably why the National Guard is planted everywhere. Because they realize once you get your back to the wall, you tend to turn into, or once that, that survival, or oh hell, I need to scratch and kick my way out of this. You just may become something that you didn't know that you were. Just like when they say, oh, let you go hungry. The wise man or the smart man or the kind guy might turn into a savage beast. And I'm thinking that's where we are. We might be turning, actually I don't want to say might, we are turning into savage beasts, but I would say put that savagery in the right department. And that's another thing too that makes too much sense. Again, if I'm getting beat on at home, instead of me taking it out on my coworkers, I probably need to take it off on who's taking it out on me. You see what I'm saying? We tend to have reversed or misguided revenge, if you will. Again, my mom turned the video game off. Now I'm shooting up my elementary school. It seems like our misguided controversy is kind of, and I don't know if that goes hand in hand with Stockholm or conditioning, but I've noticed that too. We won't get up and help ourselves, and then we won't attack the real beast. I've noticed that too. Those same people that are crying, where is the help? I'm sure they're probably blaming each other. When it's time to get upset or salty or emotional or to grieve over your losses, they're going to take it out on the people that are there. They're not going to take it out on the help, in quotes, because there is no help. There is not. You are the help. It's going to take a stranger, like, or your neighbor or something, to give you their clothes, just like how they had in the video. Oh, we're here making food baskets to bring to people. There's people with no food, clothes, water, or shelter. And you got people on the ground giving the supplies that they have to the people in need. You don't see Pink Jesus swimming over there to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what that's for. That tragedy is not for you to be helped. It's for you to get destroyed, if you haven't noticed. Here in America, these tragedies are for you to get destroyed, because if it wasn't, that vacuum machine, that inflation machine, that war machine will get turned off, so we can all, because we're all in a tragedy, quote unquote. But no, I'm going to say it, oh, we're in a tragedy, and I'm going to pretend to be helpless while you suffer, and then while I live in luxury. That's called a setup. So again, while you're being set up and getting thrown into the blender, you might want to find some healthy alternatives for survival. And this is why I say it's important to get with your like-minded people before a tragedy or before chaos, so you can think. Because again, you don't want to do anything in a panic. And find your tribe now and begin. And here's the thing too, I would hate to beat up on the unity thing, but like I say, even though that'll be the most easiest, most powerful thing that we can do, and I'm not saying people aren't coming together and uniting, but everybody, or most people, we're going to unite. All of Jamaica is going to unite and build together. Even if they have to come together and say, okay, hey, do we have anyone out there that can bring supplies? Or these are the Jamaicans requesting and ordering supplies to rebuild, or collecting and ordering trinkets to rebuild, or to give back, or to help. But I'm thinking the fact that all are doing this, like, that's the part. And especially during chaos. If I'm going through crisis and you're going through crisis, you're not worried about no damn unity. You're worried about survival. You're worried about self. Okay? Here in America, the same thing. I lost my job, I this and that. And again, I can tell you to get a job. I can tell you that, oh, I'm not giving you anything, or this and that, step over you. But again, when it's time for me to go homeless, I have the nerve to ask you, have a cup of that same cup of change that I walked by you and told you to get a job. I'm not giving you anything, get a job. I robbed that person, took his cup, and then now I'm asking for change. You see what I'm saying? You see how that works? So we got the gumption to look down on people, but we don't have the gumption to help people. And again, if we're all crying for help and crying for jobs, I'm asking you, where is the help? I'm gonna ask the same person who's crying for a job, where is the help? And you'll look at me like, yeah, good question. You are the help. When you go to clock in for the 9 to 5, they need your hours and your ass to get to work. Okay? You are the work. You are that 9 to 5. And I'm thinking that's the problem. You're looking for a 9 to 5 instead of you